Hello, everyone. Ian Iliona here. Another day in America somewhere. Just took my dogs for a walk, and as I'm exiting, the front desk manager is just conveniently outside my door. But I don't really fucking care. So he shuffles his way towards the front, and a parade of guys come past me, and one of them smiles at me, and I'm just, ugh, I don't even care anymore. Valentine's Day used to mean something, and I just see it as a commercial. I just skip ahead to the main story. I want Mars. I want Mars. I want Mars more than anything, more than romance, more than anything. But to get to Mars, I have to make Earth just a little bit better, just a little bit. So I'm doing my thing, doing my thing. Where I'm going around and I'm telling people I'd like to build a monastery, just spiritual retreat for men to escape this bombardment of capitalism, of poor diet, and just not enough quiet. Just not enough quiet. Case in point, I'm I'm slightly upset. I'm slightly upset that Echo. No, here, come. Good boy. I'm slightly upset that I went to throw my dog's poo away, and every single time that I've had to throw my dog's poo away, this woman is just fucking parked there. I mean, obviously she's in a wheelchair, so I can't really yell at her. But today I snapped. I just snapped because I'm just so sick and tired of this. I'm just so sick and tired of just, do you want the carrot or do you want the stick? Because the carrot is sucking on some carrots. And the stick is, you have, women just shoved in your face. And like I said, I am slightly upset that I got upset over this, but I have PTSD. So wheelchair or not, I see all women as the enemy, and I really do wish that I can get over that, but I'm not getting over that. I've been sexually abused. I've been sexually assaulted by women. Fuck all of you. If we have business together, we will talk about it. If I have to speak to you to tell you, don't bring your dog next to my dog, or why don't you wait a second so this way we can coordinate moving around each other, fine. I guess we'll have a brief conversation. But don't force the fucking issue by jumping out there every single time I am. Like, this is the kind of thing that pisses me off. But like I say, I have PTSD. If I didn't have PTSD, it would have been, well, shit. I mean, I can wait 10, 15 minutes for you to do your business. I mean, honestly, it's not like I fucking own that fucking area, but I'm a little upset that it's such a small fucking place that I'm at right now. There's only one spot to do that. I mean, technically you could throw it anywhere, but this is specifically designed for that. So I don't know. I'm a stickler for, you really shouldn't mix those things because I don't know. It's I prefer to just do it that way, which causes so many fucking problems. I want Mars. I want Mars. I want my country to want to go to Mars. I want my country to want something more than a house on a lane that you think is different, but it's just a house. It's a square. It's a room with walls, and you're just stuck in it. I want more than that. I, I guess I'm more frustrated than ever because I saw that forest and I said, my people used to walk the trails of the forest. Yeah, there were bears, there were ticks, there were fleas, there were so many things to be worried about. But there was also birdsong and just listening to a river or going to a lake and watching fish jump around. Simple pleasures that watching a television show just doesn't compare to. I do my best. I really do. I do my best with things, but I just I have PTSD. I have PTSD. I'm also a person who likes to walk around shirtless, even though I have no business walking around shirtless. I'm ugly. I'm ugly man, and I'm proud of it. Like Clint, it's your lot in life. Your lot in life is to be ugly, but I've got nice tits. I show them off, and yeah, I call them fucking tits because I grew them out. I grew my breast meat out. You can man it up and call them pecs or whatever. It's no, these are breasts. They don't produce milk. I produce that elsewhere, but yeah. Why does a man work on his pecs? Because he knows innately someone will look at that and say, I want to be nurtured by that. I want to nuzzle in the crevice right here. Just rest my head there, and I'll know everything's going to be okay. Let me put my head there, and everything will be okay. So I titled this, That Werewolf is Turning Kids Gay with Microwaves, because I do get a somewhat of a so badly that I swear, like I love Clint, I love all my people who come into the channel, but let's just call it what it is. I'm a single man and I ain't got no fucking kids. And I'm living my fucking best life. I'm living my fucking best life because I said, you know what? I'll steal your fucking powers, dude. I'll steal them. Why? Because this is the natural state of man. A lot more strength in it too. Beauty. Look at this luscious fucking hair. Oh my god. All I had to do was just go a little bit savage. And it's not even that savage. It's not even that savage. It's eat a decent meal. I am picking fights with the United Nations right now. I'm picking fights with them because they had the goal to say that today is Children's Cancer Day on Sunday. Okay, what are you doing about it? Because you just said every year we're going to celebrate children with cancer instead of fighting the cancer in children. Where the fuck are these people's heads? You fight these things, you don't make a holiday of it. It just doesn't translate to the United Nations. So I told them, you go back to your country instead of doing this nonsense, and you say, what did you drink? What did you eat? What did you breathe in? Are you stressed? What the fuck is in your neighborhood? If one person in your area drops down because of cancer, you go, shit happens. But when a lot of people do, you start pointing fingers and say, somebody better fucking answer. Where the fuck is this coming from? Alexander Stark, King of Wales. That's not how you. Okay, I'm being an asshole. Wales. I can't help it. Cancer was already cured, but there's no profit in cured cancer patients. It's not about profit. It really isn't about profit. It's about quality of life. Quality of life. Not to mention, and maybe I should say this, maybe I shouldn't. Those cancer cells are alive. I've said it before, but the organs that you have in your body, everything, your skin, your eyes, your tongue, all of it, that's a captured organism. Every cell in your body captured an organism. It's called the mitochondria. The mitochondria are captured organelles. That was a separate entity, a separate thing, and somehow a contract was made, and then things link up. Hold on. Do not eat my PlayStation. Oh, there's. Oh, yeah. So a contract was made between these organelles. A contract is made between your organs and what you think is you. What you think is you is really hundreds of different organs, hundreds, separate little things, separate little things. Your heart is not a part of you, it's a separate thing that happens to pump blood and make the rest of the things happen. The reason I bring this up is because some of these cancers are reactions to an environment, mutations because of an environment. Some of them are just rampant, as in they want your whole body. And that's very interesting because that is sentience. Cancer is sentience. We talk about when will robots become truly self aware? No, no, no. We need to ask, when is your organ that's inside of you, whichever one it is, when is it going to just decide, I want all of you? I talk a lot about mutants. I talk a lot about it because I am one and a werewolf. But that mutation that's happening inside of us, that's something else. I want to know what that is. I want to ask some deep questions. Deep, deep questions. Instead of the United Nations just building a holiday and saying kids die, I like to say no, no, no. We're the adults. We're supposed to fight the boogeyman. We're supposed to fight these things that rob them of their lives. We're not supposed to just say, oh, well, that's a Sunday. It's no, you fight. So I have my petition. I don't put it in every one of these, but it's a petition that's out there. I want to do a data center dedicated to oncology, a data center that is encrypted for you, that you could check your own cells and see if you have cancer, see if your kids have cancer, see if you will have kids that have cancer, while at the same exact time doing a thorough investigation, country by country, of what is causing this reaction. Wales was already taking a. What can you do? Oh, don't remind me that Wales is taken. I want. Oh my goodness. there's a certain okay. There's two Welshmen, three, three Welshmen that are celebrities who I really like. One of them is clearly gay, and the other two are just so fucking sexy. I wish they were. Oh my god. I was supposed to be a doctor. I hate this country for depriving me of going to medical school, depriving me of the ability to fight, to fight these diseases in the best way that I know how. You fight a cancer before it becomes cancer. You know that's the real cure to cancer. The real cure to cancer is don't get cancer. The United Nations has been a gossip circle for rich people, highly intelligent rich people who can maybe speak another language. But yeah, it's just a gossip circle. Oh yeah, this country. Oh, that country. Oh my. It's just that. It's not. Hey, are you having the same problem we're having? Okay, why don't we come up with a solution for it? I have to unsubscribe from the United Nations because all they do is talk about Afghanistan being Chile and children die on Sundays and there are food shortages. And I just want to say, do you hear yourselves? Do you hear yourselves at the United Nations? Are you living the life your parents want or the one you want? And what differences, if there are any? That's a very good question. So, my father and mother didn't really want much for me. They just wanted me to be happy and healthy. My father wanted me to get like a solid job, a solid job. So I would be able to provide for myself, put a roof over my head, all of that, all that jazz. My mother, on the other hand, was like, "No, you're a musician. You not only are you a musician, you're a shaman. You're a spiritual person." I didn't agree with the same spirituality stuff that she did, but she said it's in you. It's in you. It's who you are. You're the person who brings the divine message from the spirits and relays it to people, gives them hope when they have none. So my mother would be very, very proud of me because I kept myself healthy. I kept myself fed and clothed and a whole lot of stuff when things were tough. Things were really tough. But I made it through. And, right now I don't have a place of my own, but I make do. And even so, I'm seeing the truth that hides behind the facade of Western civility. You're happier when you are closer to recognizing the animal within you. I walk around with my shirt open, showing off my man titties, mostly because I like them. I like them. But there's the other thing of they absorb so much solar energy, and I'm in a place where there's not a lot of it, but they absorb a lot of it because there's a lot of skin and blood flow and everything and muscle and tissue. So I have stronger bones, stronger teeth, stronger everything, better skin, because I just decided I'm going to be a little closer to being an animal. I'm going to walk around with slightly less clothes, slightly less clothes. I'm not 100% into being nude in public. That's somebody else's kink. But walking around without a shirt on in this environment is really, really good for you. So my mother's my mother would have been very, very proud. She died, but she would have been very proud of me because I do all this and then I talk about it online in order to inform people. Hey, this is one of the reasons why your kids are getting sick because you're not getting enough vitamin D, which is good for your bones, which is good for your marrow, which is good for your your immune system. You know, that thing that's supposed to identify and then eat the fucking cancers that you get. You know, that thing. So, 20 minutes to an hour of showing off my tits, but I have a stronger immune system to fight cancer. And kids, well, if they're born with cancer, you might want to say, did their immune systems develop correctly? Because were the parents healthy and their immune systems? These are the questions you're supposed to ask. Nobody asked them. In my opinion, I think your mum was correct. I think you're very little, but you radiate an artistic personality. Thanks for opening up, Ian. Thank you for coming here. My name is Ian Ileona. This is the Revolution. I'm all about having a conversation with people about what life could be. What life could be if we focus for 2 seconds. There's a lot of distractions. A lot of distractions in this world. But there are some things you just have to stop and fight for. And yes, fight doctors, fight the United Nations and tell them no. Go back to your countries and say, what is in your air? What is in your water? What is in your food? Are your people stressed? What is going on? Cancer doesn't just happen randomly, it happens because of something. It's a reaction. Some would say it's almost an allergy. Hold on. On my PlayStation. Amazing. Ugh. Why does this dog want a PlayStation so badly? You need a opposable thumb in order to play. Hmm. Life could be Mars. Yeah. Once you get out of this system of houses and offices and I cook a meal, you cook a meal, whatever. We don't talk to each other. We have no reason to talk to each other. One of the reasons why Valentine's Day is either the happiest or the loneliest day for you, you don't get to talk to enough people and you don't get to talk to the right people. High school was maybe some people's last chance to have romance because some romance is chemical and instant, but then there's also the romance that is you've known this person for years, you've admired them, you've studied them. You're an expert in how to love them. That takes time, that takes effort, that takes attention. That takes, in some cases, a slightly insular group where you have one goal, either do your homework or whatever, but you have some sort of commonality. And right now, older people are just coming to this romance game, trying to rush it, trying to skip ahead to the wedded bliss. And that's not how you choose a partner. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. The idea of being on a space station or on a Martian base with a bunch of smart, sexy, talented people sounds a lot easier. Either you will find the perfect person for you, or you'll at least have a cool view to look at. Mars is the prize. Mars is the prize. As much as I look at property and where do I want to move and starting my own little revolution, which is a cultural revolution, not a bloody revolution. It's just a cultural revolution. It's this changing of the mindset of why don't you be an active participant in your own country? Why don't you participate in the process of being a part of a community? These communities that we build around cities, they're just making us sick. They're making us all sick. The United Nations isn't saying anything. It isn't saying anything of don't go into the city. Don't participate in some of these commerce traps of being poor so you make poor decisions when it comes to your nutrition. The commerce traps of, well, I mean, it's cheap, so I mean, I guess I'll do it. I mean, what's better, saving money or just learning how to do things properly so you save a lot more money? How much is a pizza or how much is a can of beans? Choices, people. These choices are the difference between looking nice and being healthy and having your kids be healthy and having irradiated fucking monsters that cancer eats away at. And I don't want to call these children monsters, but the level of cancer that ravages a child's immune system, that's something that's something we need to look into. Like everybody needs to just stop what they're doing and just look into this because cancers do become viruses. Some viruses and bacteria cause cancer, and some cancers spread. So yeah, we have to invest in fighting cancer. So I have my petition. I will retroactively put a link here. But I just think it's important to Give people more options. If you had the option of early detection, what could you do with your life? What could you do if saving your life meant you went to the doctor more often? Or you just changed your diet, changed your nutrition, exercised more, stress less. I did the conversation earlier about how my own family is like, you need to get a job. You need to get a job. You need to get a job. And I say, no, no, I don't. No, I don't. Does having a job open a lot of doors to you? Of course it does. But some of those doors just lead to a grave. I don't want to do that. I'd rather follow my heart that tells me that people need a champion. And yes, I guess that is that messianic complex. But it's not wrong. It's not wrong to say, if you see a bully, beat his ass. And I see that the United Nations, in their ineptitude, in their negligence, being a bully to people. So I fight them. I get on X, I make petitions, and I make people aware that they have options. I'm going to Mars. I'm going to spend most of my time devoted to that. The idea that you can put people on Mars, or the idea that you could, and I will say this, create a commute from Earth to Mars and Mars to Earth is worth a lot more than bickering over the politics that define a nation. What would you do if suddenly you had the option of, you could live on Earth, you can live in space, you can live on Mars? You had options. You had options of, do you want food from Earth? Do you want food from space? Or do you want food from Mars? Or my personal favorite, do you want medicine on Earth that costs way too much? Medicine from maybe the moon or in space that is mass produced and costs less? Or medicine from Mars? I think you just want medicine. I think if you had more choice of where you got your medicine from, you'd have more medicine, and you'd have better medicine, because sometimes the best medicine is a brand new place. Sometimes the best medicine is you get out of your place and you go outside. Sometimes the best medicine is you don't stress, you sleep more. Something to think about. So, yes, I know that it may offend people that I show up with my man tits out, but I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I'm not gonna be fucking pigeonholed or anything. In fact, I'm just gonna go fucking shirtless from now on. I've got my jiggle on the side. I've got my big dad bod belly. I don't give a shit. Abs are for fucking straight men trying to be on a romance novel. I'm a Wolverine. I'm a fucking bear, man. I'm a werewolf. I ain't got time for fucking abs. Who wants a six pack when you can have the whole cake? My name is Ian Iliona. I'm an environmentalist. I'm a human rights activist. I'm a mutant. I'm a werewolf. I'm a hero. And I will fight. I hope to see you on the next podcast.